smoke, and then nothing. A man is standing in the wreckage of his own house. Furniture overturned, the walls scorched, and on the floor around him, his children. Dead. The weapons that killed them are still in his hands. He doesn't remember doing it. This is Heracles. And this is where the story of his 12 labors actually begins. Not with a monster, not in a cave, not with a king barking orders. Here in this room, the strongest man who ever lived didn't set out on a quest. He was sentenced to one, and the crime he's paying for was never really his. To understand how he ended up here, go back to the night he was born. His mother was a mortal woman, Alcmene. His father was Zeus, who came to her disguised as her own husband. So the child is two things at once: the strongest man alive and living proof that the king of the gods cheated on his wife. Again, that wife is Hera, queen of the gods, and she decides, before this baby can even walk, that he has to die. He's 8 months old when she sends 2 serpents into his crib. His twin brother screams. The nurse screams, and the infant just reaches up and grabs them, one in each hand. By the time his stepfather runs in with a sword, the snakes are dead, and the baby is laughing. Apollodorus tells it exactly like that. Nobody taught this child to kill. He gripped and things died. Hold on to that. It's the whole problem. He grows into exactly what you'd expect, too strong for the world around him always. But he builds a life anyway. He settles in Thebes. When an enemy army has the city by the throat, he breaks them almost single-handed and wins the war. The grateful king hands him his daughter, Megara, as a bride. They have children, a home, years of quiet. For the first time in his life, Heracles has something to lose. And that is the exact moment Hera was waiting for. Because by now, she doesn't just want him dead. She wants him to do it himself. So she reaches for a goddess named Lyssa, the spirit of raving madness, and orders her to break his mind. Here's the part most retellings leave out. In the play by Euripides, Lyssa argues back. She says this man has done nothing wrong, that he's good, that she doesn't want to do this. Doesn't matter. She's overruled. And the madness comes down on him like a fever. Inside his head, he's a hero again. He's on a battlefield, cutting down enemies, doing the one thing he has always been good at. He has no idea he's standing in his own home. He has no idea the enemies are his children. When it lifts, he's holding their bodies. The same hands, the same strength that crushed 2 serpents in a crib. It wasn't his choice. It wasn't his fault, and none of that makes it any less his. He wants to die. Honestly, that would be the easier ending. Instead, he drags himself to Delphi, to the oracle. Because when a Greek hero runs out of answers, that's where he goes. And the oracle hands down a sentence: go to the city of Tiryns. Serve a king named Euripides. Complete 12 labors, whatever he commands. This isn't only punishment. To the Greeks, killing leaves a stain, a kind of spiritual pollution they called miasma, and it has to be washed clean. The labors are the cleansing. Then the oracle does one more thing. Until this night, his name had been Alcides. The oracle gives him the name we know him by, Heracles. It means glory of Hera. Sit with that. The man she has hunted since the crib will spend the rest of his life earning glory. And her name is stamped on every last piece of it. So when people call the 12 labors the greatest adventure in mythology, they've got it backwards. It isn't an adventure. It's what a man does after the worst thing he will ever do, when he has to keep living inside the body that did it. And the king he's about to serve is no worthy rival, just a frightened little man, hoping a monster will finish what Hera started. The first thing he sends Heracles to do, kill the Nemean lion, the child of monsters, with a hide no blade, no spear, no arrow can pierce. And Heracles is going to walk into its cave alone. That's where we'll pick it up.